Hi everybody, Michael from Quarantine Carnival here, and this is a quick video. I just want to take 5 minutes. Please watch the whole thing if you can. I want to talk about something, because for those of you who know me, you know that I tend not to care about anything at all, and I'm pretty sure this is the first time I've stood up for something, but you don't need to know a whole lot about the situation to know that this is a major turning point in North American history. I mean, it's not a far reach of the imagination that kids 50 years from now will grow up in a world where in classrooms they're taught about this moment and they just look at each other and giggle. They're like, really? They fucking, like, they thought police were a good idea? Like, really? You give a bunch of white dudes the same haircut and then you throw them on a set of monkey bars for 6 weeks for training, and then they get a gun and can go hang out in impoverished neighborhoods. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, okay. All right. But you know, the reason I'm doing this isn't only because it's obvious, but because I think it's important to do what you can in times like these. And there's an argument going on Instagram right now about outrage. That some people are saying, you're not outraged enough, all right? You're not passionate enough. You need to care more. This is important, all right? We need to do what we can. We need to fight the places we can. We need to pay attention to the things that will push forth this movement. And everyone is uploading things to their stories saying, this is important, this is important, this is important. Unlearn this, relearn this, send letters to this governor, these counselors, call this place and ask to speak to whoever. You know, it's all important work. It is massively important to be a part of the right crowd, you know. But also I understand the other side of the argument of being a bit tired. I'm not saying you should. In fact, you shouldn't. You should do everything in your power to stay working on this, to do what you can, do your part, whatever that may be. But I get it, because some people use Instagram and other social media platforms as escapes from the real world. They don't want to deal with anything for the moment, so they go on to see a picture of a hot person, a big, sexy, naked body. Wow, look at that, in high def and everything. I can zoom in now. Instagram's a wonderful place. And then they're forced into seeing all these posts about activism, and that's a good thing, but it's tiring, admittedly. It is. It fatigues you, especially if it's not what you want to do. And I'm not saying they're right to be tired. I'm saying they're tired. Just because they're wrong doesn't mean they aren't what they are, you know. And you got to work with that. You gotta try to understand that that happens. And instead of shaming someone for being tired, you should try to help them not be, you know. Ask them their opinion on things, make them feel like they're a part of the movement, because everybody is. And just because you're tired doesn't mean you're a villain. You just need to recharge, and that's okay. Which is why we're doing this. You know, it's not a bad thing that you don't have, you're really finding it difficult to choose from all of these good causes that are being shoved in your face right now. There's fucking dozens of things to donate to, right? All of them are great ideas. They all need your money. And so does critical resistance. They're trying to abolish the prison industrial complex. They want to get rid of the idea that you throw a person in a cell and you profit off them, and you don't really care about their reform or their rehabilitation. You just leave them in this big gray fucking cell, right, for 10 years, and then when they get out, you go, now listen up, buddy boy, you better not do anything bad or you're going right back in there. As if that's going to fucking help, all right? Sweden and other Scandinavian countries for the longest time have had a prison system focused on rehabilitation. They give you education. They try to get you to a better place because they see it as a tragedy when someone commits a crime. They see a civilian down on their luck, a person who had to resort to breaking a law in order to do well enough for themselves, right? They don't see a person as a criminal. They're not a person that belongs in jail for fear of ruining the rest of society. That's a person who was part of society but now must be reformed. They seek counseling while they're in prison. They are independent. They cook and clean for themselves. They do all they can to get themselves back on their feet. And once they do, they're released. And here's the kicker. This has been fucking working wonders. The reoffense rate once people are released from Swedish prisons is 16%. Compare that to the US. Within 5 years of release from a US prison, the reoffense rate is 76.6%. And yeah, earlier I said 16. That's closer to the average than 76. That's the highest that's literally the highest in the world. Because there's no effort, there's no attempt to treat a prisoner as a civilian. They are a criminal. They should stay removed from society. The world disagrees. Most countries aren't run like that. But all activism aside, the other reason to support this cause is because for $5, you can shock my fucking leg with a dog collar. I'm going to be on a 10K run, and if you tune in live, you might time it well enough, I'll trip into traffic. Who fucking knows, right? If you pick any cause to support, they're all great causes. Do whatever you can. Whichever one you like, go for that one, all right? If you go for this one, not only is it a good cause, you're going to hurt me. I don't see a reason not to. If you want to donate to Ewan's part of this event, you can pick his link in the bio. By the way, if you go to the bio, you click the link tree, you can donate to me or Ewan. And whichever one you pick will do different things. Like I said, I get shocked. But Ewan, if you donate to him, you get to attach a message to your donation. And for $5, of course. Or more. And whatever your message is, he has to read it to a stranger live on stream. It can't be anything like, creepy, but definitely make it fucked up because this is going to be fun. With all that said, do what you can. Whatever it is. Just try to be a good citizen. And if that means hurting me and Ewan, so be it. But if that means doing an hour of your own research and donating to whichever charity you decide is fine, that's good too. I mean, it's only an hour. Like, you do it once and then you're good. And then you can just do a recurring donation. Who fucking knows? Last thing. There are stretch goals. I don't know if you guys have read the other shit that we posted, but for $1,000, if I get to $1,000, if Ewan gets to $1,000, whoever reaches that goal will be shaven bald. And I don't mean buzz cut, trim your fucking head. I'm talking about Mr. Clean looking ass, get rid of my fucking eyebrows, all body hair included. I don't know how long it takes for armpit hair to grow back, but I'll find out if we raise that money. And I'm hoping to God I'll find out because Ewan has to do it. So please donate to him. Say some weird shit. Be creative. I mean, with mine, you don't even get to be creative. You press a fucking button. There's no creativity in that. Give it to him. Why are you looking at me for? Get away from that link. All right. Anyway. So donate to Ewan. Please. And I guess that's it. More info to come soon. We're doing an interview with Critical Resistance that will be up in the next few days. So stay tuned.